Just like humans need to breathe in and out, your engine needs similar mechanism to perform at its best. But modern emissions regulations forced manufacturers to use components that restrict that breathing. For gasoline engines, the biggest restriction is the catalytic converter. And today I'll show you one thing that many enthusiasts do to fix that restriction. DeCat, delete catalyst. What is a catalytic converter and why is it used? A catalytic converter is installed in the exhaust system to reduce harmful emissions. It can clean up exhaust gases before they exit the tailpipe, which is essential for meeting strict emission standards. But over time, it can become partially blocked or fully clogged. When that happens, exhaust gases can't exit smoothly. The real problem, back pressure and performance loss. When the catalyst becomes blocked, it creates back pressure in the exhaust. Back pressure makes it harder for the engine to push exhaust out, so throttle response becomes slower and power drops. Technically, that restriction can also disturb the exhaust flow. So what is DeCat? DeCat literally means delete catalyst, removing the catalytic converter from the car. Most drivers do it for two main reasons. 1. Their catalytic converter is blocked or close to being blocked. 2. They want better power and acceleration. DeCat exhaust or straight pipe, the benefit and the hidden risk. After deleting the catalytic converter, you need something to replace it. That's where a DeCat exhaust comes in, usually a straight pipe designed to let exhaust gases flow out more freely. That lower restriction means back pressure drops dramatically, which can improve initial acceleration and throttle response. But more flow doesn't always mean better results. On turbocharged engines, when back pressure drops, the turbo can effectively move more air. That can push the engine into overboost conditions, and even worse, you can end up with a lot of air and not enough fuel, a lean AFR which over time can increase combustion and exhaust temperatures, leading to overheating and potential engine damage. What errors happen after installing headers or DeCat? After installing a header or DeCat pipe, one of the most common problem is the check engine light, because the ECU expects the catalytic converter efficiency to be within a certain range. If the ECU realizes that the CAT isn't doing its job, it can trigger a catalyst efficiency fault. The most common code you'll hear everywhere is P0420. This is exactly where ECU programming becomes mandatory, not optional. DeCat changes the engine's operating conditions, especially airflow and AFR behavior, so the ECU maps must be adjusted to match the new reality. The goal is simple. 1. Keep AFR safe, not lean. 2. Prevent overboost issues. 3. Turn off the check engine light correctly. Is DeCat a Stage 2 remap? Yes, after installing a DeCat, you have to do a Stage 2 remap, because you changed hardware that directly affects engine behavior. Stage 2 tuning is what helps you get maximum safe power and torque and avoid constant check engine lights. Now, there's also a software-only approach that the article explains, Lambda O2 removal, also known as P0420 delete. This is typically done by deleting the P0420 DTC in software. Then, the process is completed by disconnecting the second oxygen sensor manually, so the ECU no longer uses that post-CAT sensor feedback in a way that triggers the fault. Important note, this can reduce power drop strategies and prevent the CEL. But if your catalytic converter is physically clogged, software can't remove mechanical back pressure. In that case, you still need a mechanical fix, like proper exhaust work. DeCat versus stock CAT. DeCat has real advantages. You can avoid the high expenses of repairing or replacing a faulty CAT. Cabin vibrations and unpleasant odors can reduce. Better initial acceleration and sharper throttle response. But stock catalytic converters also have benefits: lower exhaust noise, lower pollution, and fewer legal problems in many countries. Also, Catalytic converters typically have a service life around 50,000 to 70,000 kilometers. If you're close to that range, you should decide early. If you're planning to install a DeCat pipe or headers, or you already did and now you're facing a check engine light like Piro 420, power drop, or unstable AFR, this is exactly what we handle. Visit our website now. 1. Choose your vehicle and ECU. 2. Fill the required blanks. 3. Upload your read ECU file. 4. We'll deliver a corrected, ready-to-write tuning file. The link is in the description and pinned comment.